Hello and welcome, my name is Lynx and we are jumping into the new WTC game. And by new, I actually mean that it's been released almost a month ago. But here we are! Because, well, I do play all of those games, so... I've purchased it today. For $4.49, at least in our Polish currency. So it's like... Is it like 99 cents? Or is it 1.49? I don't know. I would check, but earlier SteamDB was not working for me at least. It's cheap, that's for sure. Alright, WTC, the Manchester Report. The story. Chuck Sterling is Manchester's, New Hampshire's most popular late-night chat show host, as well as being a TV presenter, newsreader, compere, and possible council operative. Tonight on his chat show, Manchester Report, coming live from the Wendel Minx Broadcasting Center, Chuck will be interviewing local entrepreneur Abigail Herrera. I was about to say Herrera, and well-known radio personality Grendel Jinx. Wait, Grendel has her own radio? What? That's crazy. That is crazy. Anywho, Manchester, huh? I never been there as well. Which maybe is a surprise considering I'm a fan of a certain red team from there. On the other side, like, I don't know, 18 months ago, I just stopped watching the games. I just watched the highlights. Yeah. Let us begin. Tape in front of the audience.
Hey everyone, I'm your host, Chuck Sterling, and welcome to the Manchester Report. Broadcasting live from beautiful Wendel Minx Theater in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire.
She has her own theater as well. I mean, on the other hand, should I be surprised? She had an island.
That's Manchester, New Hampshire, not to be confused with Manchester, England.
Oh.
Soccer team and accents, but worse weather.
Okay. That's true. I was like thinking, wait, wasn't New Hampshire in like US? And obviously it has a better football team. I mean, technically even two of them, but let's face it, one of them has the same amount of fans as any American team would have, so basically none.
Here in
The blue one, obviously, I mean.
And yes, that is what they call it. Apparently New Hampshire ran out of creative city nicknames after Live Free or Die. We've got everything you could want in a mid-sized American city.
What is considered a mid-sized American city, I wonder? Actually, Manchester, United States City. Is that a thing? Yeah, it is. Manchester in New Hampshire. Or New Hampshire. It has 116,000 people. Okay, so it is a little bit bigger than where I live. Which I will not tell you where exactly. It has an airport. It has a pizza place called Grand Slam. Literally one of the first things that showed up for me when I zoomed in. Where exactly in US is it? Oh, it's close to Boston. And close to Canada. Well, actually looks decent as well. I could live there, I guess. 6 degrees right now. It's kinda similar to what's happening right now for me as well. I feel constantly cold now. Anyway. I did not check what's a mid-sized American city, but I guess 100-something thousand is that.
Affordable housing. If you consider $400,000 for a 2-bedroom affordable,
No, it's not.
great local businesses. And, according to recent reports, the most competitive guinea pig insurance market in the Northeast.
Dude, I would not even consider 400,000 in my currency as an affordable. Which is basically around 4 times less. No. Kind of. No, not really. Obviously, it's less in value in dollars. But yeah, 400,000 in my currency is basically 4 times more in dollars. So 1,600,000. No, dude, I ain't mathing today. I ain't mathing. Yes, $400,000 in my currency is $1.6 million. Anyway, that's definitely not affordable, obviously, but $400,000, it's not affordable at all. That's like... Wait. Why am I converting it in such a weird manner? Why did I convert it? First of all, thought, let's go my currency in $400,000 and then how much dollars it would be. Why am I not doing it correctly? $400,000, right? Let's take it easy. That's why 1.6 million in my currency, basically. That's ridiculous price for a two-bedroom though. Ridiculous. Dude, I find it that what they would consider $100,000 is ridiculous price in Poland already. Which it is. 400,000 our currency is ridiculous. Let's face it, the entire, like, housing industry is broken. Probably everywhere. Anyway.
That's right, folks. Apparently there's a booming market for guinea pig insurance here in Manchester. I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. What are you insuring them against?
Everything?
Tiny heart attacks? Wheel-related injuries? Probably getting kidnapped by overly enthusiastic children.
Right.
Yes, hello, Allstate. I'd like to report that Mr. Whiskers has been involved in a pellet-related incident.
I would not be surprised if a guinea pig went through this.
But seriously, Manchester's economy is thriving. The city has attracted businesses from all over with their competitive tax rates and what city officials describe as surprisingly efficient problem resolution.
Okay.
I just love municipal euphemisms. Surprisingly efficient? Yeah, that's like saying your relationship with your ex is cordially catastrophic.
Kind of.
Now, on the topic of local business success stories, we've got some fascinating guests tonight.
Alright.
We'll be talking with some prominent figures in Manchester's business community about entrepreneurship, family dynamics, and the challenges of running organizations in today's complex world.
Got it.
But first, let me tell you about Manchester's latest infrastructure project. They're installing new elevators throughout the city, apparently provided by a company called Going Up and Down.
That's a good name.
No, I am not making this up. Going Up and Down. That's either the most honest company name ever, or someone in marketing has given up entirely. What's next?
I mean, I would say that's the greatest name. You know what they are offering, basically.
A restaurant chain called Food Goes in Your Mouth?
Oh, hell yeah.
Maybe a bank called We Hold Your Money? Probably.
Okay, with the bank, I would not trust at all. Obviously. Banks are not to be trusted.
Though I do have to say, if you're gonna name an elevator company Going Up and Down, well, that's pretty much the most truthful advertising I've ever heard. It's refreshingly direct.
Dude, I feel like somewhere alongside with the music, there is like a little sound which sounds a little like the doorbell to my house. my apartment when you call from the down below. I swear there is a little, like, sound there like that. Anyway.
Unlike those fancy elevator companies with names like Vertical Transportation Solutions or Elevation Dynamics, just call it what it is, man.
Heck yeah.
Anyways, Manchester also boasts some unique local radio programming. There's apparently a very popular advice show hosted by someone called Wendel Minx. And folks, I've listened to this show.
Yes?
The advice ranges from questionable to, well, let's just say if you're taking life guidance from late night radio in New Hampshire, you might want to reconsider expanding your advisory board.
Okay.
Dear Wendell, my neighbor keeps borrowing my lawnmower without asking. Have you considered world domination? That usually solves property disputes.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's just local flavor for you. Every city's got their characters, unique businesses, and their own way of doing things.
Sure.
Next, let's move on to the news.
The news?
Now, I was reading today that Congress is debating whether to increase funding for national security agencies.
Right. Considering you are in USA, I would say they would be like, yes.
Apparently, there's growing concern about international espionage and shadowy organizations operating within our borders.
Mm-hmm.
Shadowy organizations? In America? Come on, the most secretive thing in my neighborhood is Mrs. Henderson's cookie recipe.
You know what? Sort of true about US. It feels like, especially now, with orange guy at the top, you basically will tell everything anyway.
And even that's just chocolate chip with walnuts. She told me after 3 beers at the block party. But you know what really gets me?
No clue.
These politicians keep talking about transparency and accountability while simultaneously funding agencies that we've never heard of.
True.
Doing things they can't tell us about in places that don't officially exist.
True.
Yeah, that's like your teenagers saying they need money for school supplies while being suspiciously vague about which school and what kind of supplies. Trust me, Dad, it's for learning stuff.
You know, man, I never had a problem with telling what I need money for. I would either get it or not, I guess, when I was a child. Hey, Dad! Mom, can I have some pocket money for juice? Yes, because we have physical education tomorrow. So I would like some juice afterwards. And stuff like that, I guess. Anyway.
Don't even get me started on the new public-private partnerships everyone's talking about.
What's that?
Apparently, private companies are now helping with national security.
Ridiculous.
I can hardly wait for what's next. Schmarbluck's running the CIA.
Isn't that what is happening?
Yeah, I'll have a grande latte and some classified intelligence on Russian operations. Extra phone. Though, knowing Schmarbucks, they'd probably spell Putin wrong on the cup anyway.
Yeah, you should you should change I and N for A. That would work.
We've got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Abigail Herrera and
That's a little
Grendel
Spanish.
Jinx. Join us after the break, won't ya?
I will.
Now, speaking of unique ways of doing things, let's bring out our first guest.
All right.
Please welcome businesswoman and Manchester resident, Abigail Herrera.
So it is Herrera. You have a typo in the game description then. Because it says Herrera in the description. Anyway.
Abigail, thank you for joining us tonight. Now, you're involved with a rather unique organization here in Manchester. Can you tell us about the Council of the Unseen?
Thank you for having me, Chuck. The Council of the Unseen, at its core, is an organization dedicated to positive global change.
Right.
We believe that many of the world's problems stem from corruption, inefficiency, and frankly, poor leadership.
Oh, you are correct about
Our
that.
mission is to identify these issues and work behind the scenes to create better outcomes for everyone.
You are correct about all of that. Corruption, inefficiency, and poor leadership? Dude, you just described every politician in the world.
Behind the scenes? That sounds very mysterious. Are we talking about a think tank here or more of a consulting firm?
I suppose it does sound mysterious, doesn't it? We prefer to work quietly, without the fanfare and publicity that often hampers effective problem solving. Think of us as strategic advisors operating globally. We have members in government, business, academia, people who are positioned to make real substantial changes.
Okay.
And this all started with your husband, Frederick Jinx, correct? What drove you two to start this organization?
Frederick and I both experienced firsthand how corruption and greed can destroy the lives of an institution. Frederick was an investigative journalist, a brilliant one, and his work exposing wrongdoing led to multiple witch hunts that ultimately destroyed his family's newspaper empire.
So back when journalists were actually worth something, huh?
I myself faced, let's call them significant challenges in my youth. We realized that working within traditional systems often isn't enough. Sometimes you need to think bigger and work smarter.
True.
So this is about systemic change from within existing power structures?
Exactly. We believe the strong should be able to guide the weak, not through oppression, but through competent leadership.
Sure.
Most people want to be led, Chuck.
Yeah, honestly, anyone else think that the word leadership is being overused and also does not really translate into actual leadership?
They want security, prosperity, order, but they're often led down by their leaders. We aim to ensure that doesn't happen.
You would need to shut down like 85% of companies, I feel like.
That's quite the ambitious mission. How do you measure success in that kind of work?
Results speak for themselves. Look at Manchester, for example. The city has remarkably efficient services.
Does it?
Competitive business conditions.
Does it?
And very low crime rates.
Does it?
Problems get solved quickly and effectively. That doesn't happen by accident.
I'm curious even more about this city.
Now, are you
Like,
suggesting
in real
the
thing.
council has had a hand in Manchester's success?
I'm suggesting that when competent people work together towards common goals, good things happen, whether that's in Manchester or anywhere else.
Now, I understand you have a daughter, Grendel, who's also involved in the organization.
Yes, Grendel is special. She's incredibly
Oh, she is special.
driven, and she has this wonderful ambition to make the world better.
Right.
She's still young, still learning, but has tremendous potential.
What's it like balancing being a mother with running a global organization?
Challenging. I travel frequently, and I sometimes worry I'm not there for Grendel as much as I should be. But I hope I'm setting an example, showing her that you can work to change the world for the better. She's learning to think strategically, to see the bigger picture. Sometimes her methods are unconventional, but her heart is in the right place.
Sometimes, more like all the times.
Unconventional. Should we be worried about what that means exactly?
Every teenager is unconventional, Chuck. Grendel just happens to be a very ambitious teenager. She'll grow into her potential with proper guidance, of course.
Now, touching on guidance for a second, what would you say to people who might be skeptical about organizations working behind the scenes to change the world?
I'd say that skepticism is healthy. It shows that people are thinking critically, but I'd also ask them to look at the results. Are their lives better when competent people are working to solve problems? Are they safer, more prosperous,
True.
more secure when systems work effectively?
Kinda true.
Most people would say yes. Sometimes the best leadership is the kind you don't see.
Yeah? That's kinda true. In a way, prove everything with your deeds and not your speech. Which, sadly, is not a thing. It feels like the louder you are, the more support you get, especially in politics, and not actually with doing anything, which is sad.
Well, that's certainly food for thought. Abigail Herrera, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Chuck. It's been a pleasure.
Our next guest is a young entrepreneur who is into food, fun, and fashion. Find out more after the break. Welcome back to the Manchester Report. We've got another wonderful guest joining us in just a moment.
Let's go!
Please give a big welcome to radio personality and local Manchester legend, Grendel Jinx.
Hello, everyone! Oh, this is fabulous! I love being on television. It's like radio, but with more opportunities for people to appreciate my excellent fashion sense.
Well, you certainly have a confident presence. So you host a radio show here in Manchester under the name Wendel Minx. Tell us about that.
Oh, that! Yes, I give advice to the people of Manchester because, frankly, most of them need it.
Wow.
People call in with their little problems.
Right.
My neighbor plays music too loud. My boss is mean to me. I can't decide what to have for lunch, and I help them see the bigger picture.
The bigger picture?
Exactly. Like, instead of complaining about your neighbor's music, why not befriend them?
I would never listen to that advice. No thanks.
Then you can borrow their lawn equipment, use their Wi-Fi, maybe even convince them to do your grocery shopping. It's all about turning problems into opportunities.
That's one approach. What made you want to get into radio?
Okay. Maybe she's right. I mean, free groceries.
Well, I have many excellent ideas and opinions, and radio seems like an efficient way to share them with multiple people at once.
I mean, we definitely know she has ideas and opinions.
Plus, I can do it from anywhere. Very convenient for someone with a busy schedule like mine.
Now, speaking of busy schedules, I understand you're also a student?
I attend the Council of the Unseen School for Gifted World Rulers. It's a very exclusive institution. We study strategy, leadership, and advanced problem solving. You know, practical skills for making the world a better place.
World rulers? That's quite a specific career track.
Well, someone has to do it. Most people in charge right now aren't very good at it, are they?
Yeah.
I mean, look around. There are problems everywhere. Wars, poverty, people putting pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Clearly better leadership is needed.
I don't know, man. I like pineapple juice. I don't like pineapple in general on its own. I could not put it on pizza.
And you see yourself providing that leadership someday?
Someday? Chuck, I'm already practicing. I'm class representative. I give excellent advice on the radio. I've successfully managed several complex, projects.
I have a different class representative that I would follow Oh. And she's also kinda crazy. Anyway.
Leadership isn't something you suddenly start doing when you're older. You develop the skills over time.
What kind of projects?
You don't need to know that.
Oh, you know, solving problems, helping local businesses with their inventory management,
Stealing from them.
mediating disputes between friends, standard community service stuff.
I see. Now, what do you like to do for fun when you're not ruling or, giving advice?
Oh, I love anime, especially Dr. Not Nice Against the World. It's about this brilliant scientist who wants to make the world better, but everyone keeps misunderstanding his methods.
Got it.
Very relatable. I watch it in Japanese without subtitles because I speak multiple languages. It's much better in the original format.
I also watch it dubbed in Japanese because that's how it's meant to be.
Multiple languages? Impressive. Any others?
If she doesn't speak Polish, then
Japanese,
it doesn't matter.
obviously. Some Spanish, French, Italian. You know, standard world leader requirements. Communication is key
French.
to effective management.
Who needs French? Come on. Come on!
And what about food? Any favorites?
Oh my goodness, yes! I love trying new foods, especially fancy restaurants. There's this place called Slimy Sid's Fish and Chips Emporium. Terrible name, but the food is actually quite good. I also enjoy fine dining establishments, though sometimes the portions are disappointingly small for the
You mean like
prices they
always?
charge.
I think you mean always.
Do you cook yourself?
Heck yeah.
I have people for that.
Oh yeah, she can't,
But I
that's
do
right.
appreciate good food. My mother makes sure we have an excellent chef. Life's too short for bad meals, don't you think?
No. I mean, if you create something absolutely terrible, you can later replicate that to fit your enemies.
Speaking of your mother, what's it like having Abigail Herrera as a mom?
She's amazing. Really brilliant. Very accomplished. Sometimes I wish she traveled less for work, but I understand. Changing the world is time-consuming. She's taught me so much about thinking strategically, about seeing opportunities where other people see problems.
Right.
Was there any advice that she gave you that particularly stuck?
I see problems where others see opportunities.
She always says that with the right person by your side, you can be unbeatable. Partnership is important, whether in business, leadership, or just life in general. Though finding the right people can be challenging.
That's true.
Challenging? How so?
What do you mean, how so?
Most people lack vision, Chuck. They think small. They worry about tiny details instead of focusing on big picture solutions. But occasionally, you meet someone who gets it, you know? Someone who understands that sometimes you have to think outside the box.
Well, Grendel, you certainly seem to think outside the box. Any final advice for our viewers out there in Manchester?
Yes! Stop settling for mediocrity. If something in your life isn't working, change it.
Dude, that sounds like that idea, that video from ages ago. You don't have a... wait, what? What was it? You sleep on the street? Buy a house. Anyway.
Don't just complain. Take action. And remember,
I like
most
complaining
problems
for.
can be solved with a little creativity and some strategic thinking. Oh, and support local radio.
Grendel Jinx, everyone! Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. This was delightful. Everyone should watch more television.
No.
It's educational.
Dude. No. No. If anything, you should stop watching TV. Come on.
Well, that was certainly enlightening. Two very different perspectives on leadership, community, involvement, and making the world a better place. You know, whether you're working behind the scenes to create systemic change, or giving advice on late night radio, or simply trying to get your neighbor to turn down their music without calling the cops,
Just call the cops.
we're all just trying to figure out how to make things work a little better. Manchester, New Hampshire, where guinea pig insurance is a legitimate business model. Elevator companies have given up on marketing pretense, and local radio hosts dispense life advice with the confidence of someone who's never doubted themselves for even a moment.
If you think about it, she probably never doubted herself.
Alright folks, that's our show for tonight. I'm Chuck Sterling, reminding you that whether you're planning to rule the world or just survive until Friday, we're all
The
in
second
this
one.
together. Good night, Manchester!
Definitely the second one. Oh. Is this in Manchester? The New Hampshire? That's nice. But I've got to admit that, like, the sea, well, it's not really reaching the skies and whatever, but tall buildings like that are not my vibe. Even if that city has like nice outskirts, I'm all in. All right, I mean, that took us half an hour. So you basically can tell the difference now, because the description says the game will take 10 to 15 minutes. Let's say 15 basically. Double the time when recording. And, well, also maybe because I was yapping from time to time. And also maybe because I was trying to warm myself up with a cup of instant tomato soup. That was good, by the way. Anyway, actually, little nice jump to I guess you could call it a little side story. Definitely, it was nice to jump into it once again. Welcome to Chichester. I still need to purchase, I mean, because I purchased it like literally today. I need to purchase what they were called. Axiom Alternative, yeah, those two. And have a look at those, because well, this has been created quite some time ago and I still have not played it. And that is like written by someone else, not the developer, giving an alternative take on the Welcome to Chichester series. Similar to games you've played, Plants vs Zombies. I kinda don't think that's true. Dude, sometimes Steam can really drop some weird similarities. I will need to 100% this one though, that's for sure. Maybe today. For technically I still need to get back to Love's Labor's Lost and 100% this one. I feel like lately I have not been 100% in games. Like everything goes into like the Steam folder, currently achievements. It's a problem. Anyway, nice little jump, that's for sure. Telling the truth about the current situation around the world, I would say, with countries being led by a bunch of jackasses, to be quite fair. Be it USA, be it let's say United Kingdom, be it France, be it Poland as well, I guess. Be it Poland as well. Anyhow, quite a fun little jump into this. Now, recording is finished, so I will jump out. I will have to still do some video editing, of course, and rendering. And I guess while Actually, before I do editing, rendering, I'll go out with the dog, and maybe that's when I will pick up the packages I just got the notification about. Time to put the new funds into the PC. But that I will only be doing after, well, technically finishing even the upload. With that being said, once again, fun little story, fun little interview with Abigail and Grendel, and maybe not so fun my additional comment to some of the stuff they talked about. Anywho, let's end for today. Tomorrow another game. Hope you enjoyed. As usual, consider liking it if you did. And the game is linked in the description. You can get it yourself. I played through that. I think I got only 7 achievements out of 10. What's the remaining stuff? Complete the game in 9 seconds or less. Okay. Find all achievements. Okay. Listen to Grendel's alternative dialogue. Oh yeah, something like that did pop out at some point. Oh, listen to Grendel's original dialogue. I wonder what it depends on, because there are no choices. Yeah, I'll find out. Yeah, game link in the description, you can buy it yourself as well, and 100% it. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Always super appreciated if you stick around. And if you do stick around, you will be on a good side of Grendel when eventually she takes over the world and gets rid of all the terrible presidents, politicians, and so on that are running all the countries around the world. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.